Guys, today I'll show you how to use different collections in Java: list, set, and map. So let's start. If we want to have a list, we just declare list and we specify the data type we have. Let's say we have a list of students and we need to specify the implementation such as array list for this. If we want to add student to this list, simply call add, and we can add into the end of the list, or we can specify the position we want to add. So let's start with let's say student team and add another student. Let's say Anna. Okay, so we can system out to see our list by just system out and student and hit the run button. We get a list of students in here. Okay, so let's continue. If we want to have a set, we can just declare set and the data type. Let's say string, and let's say this will be, make sure that we will import the relevant library. So with the set, we'll try to declare, let's say employee list. Let's say new hashes, and in this hashes, we'll just try to add different value. Let's say team, and then we add uh, Mary, for example, and then we try to add another team. Okay, and after that we system out the employee list to see what we get. When we hit the run button, you can see that we get only 2 values for the employees, even though we add 3 here. Why? Because set does not allow duplication, so we cannot add 2 values into the same set. So that's very important. What if we do it with the list? Let's say we add team again and hit the run button, and we can see that we have 3 values. So list basically allow duplications and set does not allow duplications. Now we move to the other type of collections called map. So map is not actually a collection in the Java collection framework, but because it can store a list of values, so we can call it kind of collections. So in order to use map, we will declare a map with 2 values. Let's say string and let's say string again. So a map will be a collection of pair of key and value. So let's say we have a list of picture and we implement the hash map. Okay, so in order to add element into the map, we have to call put instead of add. So we'll put, let's say, team, and this is his full name, team Lee, and we can add another pictures, put by say, let's say Anna, and then the name will be Anna. Let's say Anna David, for example. So this is 2 pictures, in the list. So how can we retrieve the value from here? We'll call pictures dot get, and we'll put in the key so that we can get the value. So for example, if we call teacher get team, then we'll get the the first item. Okay, we can try the system out and see what we have if we want to get this, for example. Hit the run button. There we go. So we get team lead because team lead is the object that we put with team. And if we change it into, let's say, Anna, we will receive the second value. Okay. So what if we want to go through the list of map item? We'll use a for loop, and in here we have an entry, and then we'll use the entry from the pictures.entry set. So the entry set will return all the items from the map, and we can system out entry dot get value or get key. So we can try to get value so to see what we have. Okay, so we have team lead and then from the map. And for list and set, we can just simply use the for loop. So with the for, we can put a string, and with the value from student, and we can just system out s, then we can get, and we can do exactly the same for set. So instead of print, a list of students, we print student one by one, and instead of print a list of employees, we print employee one by one. So this one, instead of student, we change to employees, and we just print ads. Okay, so let's run. So here we have list of students, and we have a list of uh, employees, and this is a list of teachers, all printed. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to see more video.